So do you also use Google Forms to receive any kind of form submissions for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we are going to understand how to enroll Graphy user on Google Form submission. So I'm selling my online courses on Graphy and I have created a registration form for the same through Google Forms. So now here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically the person who has made the form submission should be created as a learner in my Graphy account. And after that, automatically that learner should be enrolled in a specific course in my Graphy account. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Forms with my Graphy account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as the owner of an online course platform, I use Google Forms to collect signups for new courses. So by integrating Google Forms with Graphy, I can automatically enroll a user in my platform whenever they submit the form. This seamless connection saves me time by eliminating the need for manual enrollment, ensuring that students get instant access to their courses and enhancing their experience from the moment they sign up. So here on my screen you can see the Google form that I've already created with the name Developer Course Registration. And now here in this case I want that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through this Google form, then automatically the person should be created as a learner in my Graphy account under a specific course. So now here I've already built an automation where I've already connected my Google form with my Graphy account so that whenever a new form submission is made, then automatically the person who has made the form submission should be added as a learner in my Graphy account under a specific course. So now here firstly we are going to see the working of this amazing automation that I've already built using an automation software. So for that what we are going to do is that we are going to make a form submission in our Google Forms in order to add a new learner in our Graphy account. So here you can see the form and here you can see we have already pre-filled the details over here. So here you can see the first name, last name, email, phone number and the city. So here I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see it says we have successfully received a registration. That means we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Graphy account. And here you can see we have successfully created a new learner in our Graphy account under learners with the name Smart User and the email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com. So now let's go and check the specific course enrollment. So for that I'm going to click on this products and from here I'm going to select courses. Now here under courses I'm going to select a particular course which is named as Python course. And from here I'm going to click on this learners. Here I'm going to scroll a little down and here you can see we have successfully enrolled a new user with the name Smart User and the email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com. So with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing automation that we have already built. So now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can create this amazing automation by simply connecting your Google Forms with your Graphy account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. So now here on the screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and here to build my connection I need to create a workflow first. So for that here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as enroll Graphy user on Google Form submission and then I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. So now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Forms, as I am receiving new form submissions through Google Forms. So Google Forms is a free tool that lets you create online surveys and forms quickly and easily. People use it to gather information like feedback or RSVPs because it's simple to set up and share. You can customize your forms with different question types, and all responses are automatically organized in a Google Sheet spreadsheet. So here in my Google Forms trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new response received, so that whenever we're going to receive new response through a Google Forms submission, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. And now here, after selecting a trigger event, you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my Google Forms account, and this is the form that I've created with the name Developer Course Registration. And here you can see the fields that I've taken, such as first name, last name, email, phone number and city. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to connect this Google Forms with a Google Sheet in order to receive or capture the responses over there. So for that, what we need to do is that we need to click on this responses option given over here, and from here we are going to select link to sheets. So by clicking on this link to sheets option, I'm going to connect my Google Forms with my Google spreadsheet. So here I'm going to create a new spreadsheet for the same. And here you can see we have successfully created a new spreadsheet over here with the name Developer Course Registration Responses, and here you can see the similar fields. So now we are going to check the connection by simply making a form submission. So for that, let me take you back to my form. Here I'm going to preview it. And here I'm going to enter some dummy data and do it as submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as latest, last name as lead, email as latestlead@pabblytudes.com, and then here for the phone number I'm going to enter random phone number, and then here for the city I'm going to enter the city as Bhopal, and then I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Google Sheets. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully connected our Google Forms with our Google Sheets. So now here, after testing this connection, what we need to do is that we need to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect in order to receive all the responses in Pabbly Connect. So for that, what you need to do is that you need to click on this extensions. And from here you have to select add-ons, and here under add-ons you have to select get add-ons. Now here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for an add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And then you have to install this particular add-on in your Google Sheets account in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So moving back, and here after installing this particular add-on, you have to follow the same steps. So once you have installed this add-on, you have to refresh your window, and that's a necessary step. So now here, after refreshing the window, you have to click on this extensions again, and then you'll be able to see option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here. So now here in the Pabbly Connect Webhooks, you have to select initial setup. And here in the initial setup, you can see it is asking me to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here in this webhook URL field, I need to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. So here, to get this webhook URL, let me take you back to my Pabbly's workflow. Here I'm going to copy it. Moving back to my Google Sheets, and here I'm going to enter the webhook URL. Now here, after entering the webhook URL, here it is asking me for the trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here in my Google Sheets, you can see my last data column is column F. So here my trigger column is going to be F, and then I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets. So now here after setting up the webhook, what we need to do is that we need to send a test response to Pabbly's workflow. That means to this webhook URL in order to set up this automation further. So for that we are going to click on the send test, and by clicking on the send test we are going to receive this first row response in our Pabbly's workflow. So I'm going to click it over here. And here you can see it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent a test data to our Pabbly's workflow. So now here, before moving back to Pabbly's workflow, let me tell you another very important step that you need to follow to complete the integration between your Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So for that you have to click on this extensions, and then you have to click on this Pabbly Connect webhooks, and from here you have to turn on this send on event. So it is necessary to turn it on because whenever we are going to receive a new response in our Google Sheets, then automatically and instantly I want to capture that response in Pabbly Connect. So for that we have turned it on. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have received a tick in front of send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the trigger column, spreadsheet name, ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index. Scrolling little down, here you can see the phone number, last name, first name, email, and the city. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So now once we have received a new response through our Google Forms, I want to add the person who has made the form submission as a new learner in my Graphy account for a specific course. So for that, firstly, I need to create that learner in my Graphy account itself. So for that, I need to connect my Graphy with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to select my action application as Graphy. So Graphy is all-in-one platform for creators to build, sell and market online courses or digital products. It makes it easy to create your own website, host courses and offer memberships all without needing technical skills. So here in my Graphy action step, I'm going to select my action event as create learners. So that whenever we're going to receive new response through our Google Forms, then automatically the person who has made the form submission should be created as a learner in my Graphy account. And now here to connect my Graphy with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Graphy account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking me to enter the API key and the merchant ID. So here following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my Graphy account. And from here I'm going to click on this integrations given in the left side bar. And here under integrations, I'm going to select third-party integrations. And here under third-party integrations, I'm going to scroll a little down. And here you can see in front of this Pabbly Connect, we have received the Pabbly Connect API key. So I'm going to copy it. Moving back to my Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to enter the API key. Now here after entering the API key, here it is asking me for the merchant ID. So here to get this merchant ID, I'm going to follow the instructions given over here. And let me take you back to my Graphy account. Now here in my Graphy account, I'm going to click on this APIs option given over here. And here under APIs, you can see the merchant ID that we have received. So I'm going to copy it. Moving back to my Pabbly's workflow. And here I'm going to paste the merchant ID. And now here after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on this save. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to enter the email, name, mobile number and the password. So now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes the text dynamic so that whenever we're going to receive new response to our Google Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the email. So for that I'm going to search for the email. So this is my lead's email. Here for the name, I'm going to search for the name. So here I'm going to map the first name first, space last name. Here for the mobile number, I'm going to search for the phone number. So this is the phone number. And last here it is asking me for the password. So here this password is not a required field. So here I'm going to leave it blank. But if you want to add the password, then you can do it as per your need. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the email, name, mobile number and exist value as 0. That means we have successfully created a learner in our Graphy account. So now let's go and check our Graphy account. Here I'm going to click on this users and here I'm going to refresh my window. And here you can see we have successfully created a new learner in our Graphy account with the name Latest Lead and the email as latestlead@pablitudes.com. So now here let me tell you that your student is going to receive the email of the successful enrollment in the course. So with this we have successfully set up this action step as well. Now after creating a learner in Graphy account, I want to add that learner in a specific course. So for that here I need to add another action step. And again here I'm going to select my action application as Graphy. And then here I'm going to select my action event as enroll learner to a course. So that after creating a new learner, automatically that learner should be enrolled in a specific course in my Graphy account. And again here to connect the Graphy with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. This time to build a new connection, I'm going to select existing connection as I've already connected my Graphy account with Pabbly Connect in this previous action step. So here I've selected the existing connection and then I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to enter the email and the course URL. So here in this email field, I need to enter the learner's email. So here I'm going to search for the learner's email. So this is the learner's email. And then here it is asking me for the course URL. So now here in this course URL field, I need to enter the URL of the course under which I want to add the new learners. So here following the instructions given below, let me take you back to my Graphy account. And this is the particular course where I want to add the new learners. So from here I'm going to click on this information and from here I'm going to click on this pages. And here under pages you can see the URL that we have received for this course. So I'm going to copy it. Moving back to Pabbly's workflow and here I'm going to enter the course URL. And now here after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response where the status is success. That means we have successfully created a new learner under this specific course in our Graphy account. So now let's go and check it. Here I'm going to click on this learners. Here I'm going to refresh it. And then I'm going to scroll it little down. And here you can see we have successfully enrolled a new learner with the name Latest Lead and the email as latestlead@pablitudes.com. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Google Forms and our Graphy account as twice. So that whenever we're going to receive new response through our Google Forms, then automatically the person who has made the form submission is going to be created as a new learner in our Graphy account. And after that, automatically that learner is going to be enrolled in a specific course in our Graphy account. Okay, so these were the steps to how to enroll Graphy user on Google Form submission. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the Flow link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.